Hello everyone, so in this video we will talk about the DJI Goggles 3 and its compatibility with the DJI O3 Air unit. So we will talk about the DJI Goggles 3, the FPV Controller 3, and the DJI O3 Air unit. In this video, we will try to update this Goggles 3 and we will try to connect it with the DJI Goggles 3. So how you will do it, there are two ways you could update this system. You could go with the DJI Consumer app in your Windows PC. I'm not sure if it is available for Mac. I think it is, but I don't have a Mac. So with Windows, you just install the DJI Consumer app via USB Type-C. Connect your FPV Controller 3 to the PC. Update this to the latest firmware as well as the DJI Goggles 3. I'll put something here so you could see the firmware version that is what you need. So that is how you would do it in the consumer app. In our case, we'll try to update this using the DJI Fly app. And the first thing is we will try to connect the Goggles 3 to our DJI Fly app, and we'll try to update this, and I'll show you how to do it. And yeah, by the way, this is the DJI O3 Air unit. So for those who are not familiar with this is what you usually use to put on your FPV drone, especially those DIY, and you could use the O3 transmission system of DJI, and you have to use this with the O3 transmission system, as I have said earlier. And the problem is the DJI Goggles 3 and the FPV Controller 3 are all in the O4 transmission system, so by launch this won't work. But now I'm not sure if system-wise will go into O3 or the O3 Air unit will be going to O4, but I doubt it because you need hardware for the O4 transmission system. So most likely from O4 it will convert to O3 transmission system. So this is the O3 Air unit. For those who are not familiar, I have already decased it on a separate video. I'll try to put a card here so you could see how I decased this. So this is the O3 Air unit, and this is just the case, and this is the decased. So everything is in here. So we'll just use this as an example later on. As you can see here, as I open up the DJI Fly app, there's a Goggles 3 firmware update available for us to download. So let's download this. Okay, so from there we'll also try to turn on the Controller 3. Okay, then we try to connect this with our phone. The firmware for the Controller 3 and for the Goggles 3. So it's a very small update, just 110 megabytes. So hopefully it will finish before we run out of battery for our Goggles 3 because it's only have one bar left. 100%. Alright. Restart if device powers off automatically. Okay. Let's see. It's installed. Let's see. It's still 1.00. Okay. So from here, let's try to turn on O3 Air unit. Since I'm using a decased O3, I'll have to put a fan near it so it doesn't overheat in a very, very short amount of time. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Try to bind this both. I just forgot the location of the button for binding. Oh, okay. I think this is it. The binding button is here. Okay, it's binding. You can see it's flashing red light. press the binding. Okay, so it doesn't work yet. It doesn't work. So we have to turn this off. Okay, so we have to update as well the O3 air unit. There's an error that you will see. The version of the O3 air unit is way too early for the goggles version of firmware. So we have to update the O3 air unit as well. Okay, so you have two options as well for the O3 air unit. It's either you have the goggles 2 so that you'll be able to update the goggles 2 and push the firmware to your O3 air unit, or you could just go directly to your PC and use the consumer app and it will update. Okay, so for those who are not familiar, this is the DJI Assistant 2 Consumer Drone Series app for Windows PC. So when you plug in your device, your drone, for example, your Avata 2, your goggles, and your controller 3, it will show here. So you could download the firmware directly from this app and push it to your device. So I'll show it to you when we plug in the O3 air unit. Okay, so we plugged in via USB Type-C the O3 air unit. We'll see here it's showing. If it's your goggles 3, it will show as goggles 3. So for now, let's take this device. Let's see that there's a new firmware. Okay, so there is. You have to download version 01.03.000. That is the latest update. And the release note is added support to use. Hopefully you could read it. To use with the DJI Goggles 3 and FPV controller 3. Okay, just press this part and upgrade during the whole process. Okay, start update. Okay. So for those who doesn't have a Goggles 2 and FPV controller 2, you could update your O3 air unit directly from the Windows app of DJI Assistant 2. Okay, that is the name. You could download this directly from the DJI website. You could read it. DJI Assistant 2 Consumer Drone Series. Okay, 100%. And so the O3 air unit restarts for a couple of times before you finally see this update complete. Notification and 100%. That means it's now okay. Try to safely remove the internal storage from the PC. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we downloaded everything. We'll connect the Fly app to our goggles and we will turn on the O3 air unit. Okay, so we will go with the bind mode again. Okay. Okay. Let's see okay, so we now seeing. Okay, go fly. You see. Alright, so we are now seeing this. Okay. There's a bit of delay. Okay. That's us. Alright. So you're seeing we just need to change our OSD, but it works. It finally works. Let's see some of the details here about the air unit firmware. The air unit firmware 101.03.00.00, and the goggles version should be 01.00.03.00. Okay, so that is the firmware and it really works. Okay, so in order for you to connect to the O3 air unit, you have to go to this part, status, and switch. Okay, switch and choose the DJI O3 air unit. You can also choose the Mini 4 Pro, Air 3, and the Avata. Okay, so for us, we will be using the O3 air unit for this. I will not try to fly this. We'll probably on another video. This is just about how to update your O3 Air unit with the DJI Goggles 3. And finally, DJI gave us this update. It has been requested ever since the Avata 2 was released, and finally they gave it to us, and that is how you connect all of these devices together in one video. Hopefully this video helped you to connect your device, and as always, see you on the next video. Happy flying, and see you in the next one.